You know, are here on Main Street in Monroe, and the Department of Emergency Management says based on the forecast, they're expecting some heavy snowfall possibly between 7 and 9 o'clock tonight. I want to show you what's already on the ground. You can see there's snow and underneath ice, and you see that in patches on sidewalks and on some streets. Now, already today, I've heard from people who say they've been struggling with these slick roads and power outages.
Our power went out 3 times so far, and that's been the biggest problem.
Take a look at this video. This is what it looked like as we approached Monroe this afternoon. You can see trees weighted down with snow. These kind of conditions has brought down limbs, even toppled trees, and that has led to power outages across Snohomish County. Now, emergency management says the forecast calls for 4 to 6 inches of snow across much of the county by Wednesday morning, and their warning is that people need to be prepared for an icy commute tomorrow and be prepared to be without electricity.
It froze last night. It's supposed to freeze again this afternoon and evening, so it's just not good conditions to be driving. It's not going to be safe, and if people can plan to not be out on the roads tonight, and if they can stay home tomorrow, it'll be better.
All right, back out here live. I talked with Snohomish County's road maintenance director today, and he tells me they're putting down salt and sand on the roads. He also says they have 35 to 40 plows at their disposal to use during this next round of weather. Live in Monroe, Natalie Swaby, King 5 News.
All right, well, the images coming in are looking quite beautiful, I must say, with all the snow on the ground. But it is going to be a topic of conversation going into tonight and tomorrow. So let's get right to your weather forecast, ladies and gentlemen. Just because we've got this next round coming in, this could be one of the stronger systems we've seen so far this year. Just starting off with a live look, just to show you that, yes, we're still seeing snow on the ground in some places. Now, just so everybody's aware, anytime if you have to drive going over overpasses or bridges, those tend to freeze first, and that's when you tend to get the icy slick spots before you get them on the regular ground. So if you have to drive, just know that, because that'll kind of ease up your driving concerns if you have to go up and over those areas. Out on the coast, you had a mix of some sunshine today, you had some snow, and of course you had the cloud cover. Basically, we had that all over western Washington. Right now, Snoqualmie Pass is shut down going in the eastbound commute. Westbound is open right now, but of course you've got restrictions in place, and Stevens Summit still has some problems up in their territory because of the slick roads as well, with many areas shut down also. So it's hard to travel around Washington currently. Your temperatures are very, very cold. The further north you head, the colder it is, and that's because of that Fraser wind coming out of the Fraser River area. Bellingham at 17 degrees is definitely chilly. The feels like temperature is 4 for you folks in Whatcom County. We feel like we're in the mid-20s in Seattle, and we feel like we're in the 20s to low 30s out along the coast. So here's the story. We've got a winter storm warning in effect right now. That's all areas in pink. Highest concern is going to be the areas near Port Angeles, where you can maybe see up to a foot. We're also going to see anywhere from 1 to 3 inches, depending on how close you are to the water, to maybe 2 to 5 around the Seattle area. I think most of the showers will stay along this line pointing northward. If you're in the South Sound, you guys might dodge a bullet and might not see much at all just because of the orientation of this system. Up in the mountains, 3 to 8 inches, not out of the question with the winter weather advisory in effect. Here's a look at current satellite and radar. We've got flurries hitting the coast right now. We also have a little bit of that out there towards Whidbey Island and parts of the northwest interior, and it's just getting going. So this snow will continue to enhance throughout the night tonight. I-90 still has a few flurries, but nothing too bad. This is the cluster we're going to keep our eye on. Forks, La Push, Quileute, Nia Bay is getting into the mix. This chunk right here is what's impacting us tonight into tomorrow. So this is something we'll be watching. The moisture content inside that system is heading right to the Pacific Northwest, and that's why we're thinking it could be a good amount of snow in those specific areas that I was talking about. So I'll look at your future track and show you that in just a couple of minutes. In the meantime, I do want to get it out to Sebastian Robertson. He is out in the Port Angeles area where, like I said, they could maybe see anywhere from 8 inches to a foot of snow from tonight into tomorrow. Hey, Sebastian.
Hey, that pressure is on to go ahead and get ready before this next round comes in. I am, I think, come on up. Don't mean to hold you. I think I'm on the sketchiest staircase in Port Angeles. It is covered in snow. I'm told this area is usually closed off when there's a heavy snowfall like this, but when you get the risk, you get the view. You can see the whole port out here as they wait for this system to come in. And if bots will zoom in here, you can see how well they've treated the roads out here. They've taken advantage of this lull after the hard snow came in overnight, and they've been plowing all day long. Here's what it looked like outside of the Walmart. They had a packed parking lot out there as people were doing what you're supposed to do when nasty weather's rolling through. They were stacking up on items like water, food, getting ready to hunker down because while here you do get a nice look of a, kind of a small town, there are people that live a little more rural. The national park is out here and some of these roads can get treacherous very quickly. The weather's supposed to start coming in right about now. We've seen a few snowflakes come down, and the big question out here is, will the reality of the storm really live up to the forecast? That's the question. We'll check back in a little bit. Back to you.
Give it a couple hours, it'll start coming down.